Hello students, today we will discuss the first chapter of class 7th biology, that is tissue. Students, tissue plays a very important role in animals as well as plants. So in this chapter we are going to discuss both plant tissue as well as animal tissue. Further we will discuss their types and what important role they plays in the plant as well as animals. So first of all, here you can see tissue. See what actually tissue is. Tissue is group of cells having a common origin, similar in structure and perform a specific function. Now see what is the meaning of these lines. Actually tissue, it is made up of a group of cells which are having a common origin, means they originate from a common source or common point. Their structure means size, shape, size, it is same, and they perform a specific function in the body, whether it is plant or animals. Now students, in your previous classes you might have gone through that the basic of the life is cells. Now see, these cells together they form tissue, then this tissue differentiate to form organs. Organ forms the organ system and it makes a complete organism. So cell is the basic unit of life, and when these cells they forms a group, they makes tissue. So in this chapter we have to discuss about tissue. Now students, you can see here one term, histology. What actually histology is? Histo, it is made up of two terms, histo and logi. Histo, it relates to tissue and logi means study. So it is study of tissue. Now see students, all activities in plants and animals are due to cell. Structure of plant and animal are different. Plant grows indefinitely for their whole life, while animals grow up to a given period of time. Growth of plants occurs due to presence of meristematic tissue. So these are the some common points which are common to plant as well as animals. Now students, you can see all activities in plants and animals are due to cell. Means due to cells, the animals and the plants, they are able to perform various activities. Otherwise, see, if cells are not there, because cells are the basics, they will not be able to perform the various activities which are important for the survival. Various activities means excretion, digestion, respiration, reproduction, all are due to the presence of cell. Now students, you can see that structure of plant as well as the structure of animals, they are different from each other. So how they are different, this we are not going to discuss, because already you know differences between the plant and the animal. Now students, you can see plants, they grow indefinitely for their whole life, while animal grows up to a given period of time. Means animal show growth in the body up to a certain period of time. Now see, in plants, meristematic tissue plays a very important role in the growth. So this was a brief introduction. Now students, we will start the tissue. Now tissues, there are two types. One is plant tissue and the other is animal tissue. Now see, firstly we will discuss about plant tissue. Students, you can see plant tissues are of two types. One is the meristematic tissue and the other is permanent tissue. Now see, meristematic tissue, you can see a diagram. This is these dot like structures, you can see it is cytoplasm. The center one dark structure, it is nucleus, and this is the outermost layer, which is cell wall. Now see, what are the general features or general characteristics of meristematic tissue? It is the first type of plant tissue. Basically, plant tissues, there are two types. One is the permanent and the other is meristematic tissue. For today we will discuss only meristematic tissue, and you have to perform some homework activities regarding this topic. So first of all, I will discuss some general character of meristematic tissue. Students, you can practice this diagram at home. So cell wall is thin and elastic. See, this is the cell wall. It is thin and it is elastic, means it gets stretched. And this cell wall is made up of cellulose. It is made up of cellulose. Cells are round or oval. Easily you can see they may be round, they may be oval. Cells are closely packed. See, the spaces you can see, this intercellular space, it is very less or absent. Cell contains large nucleus. This one is the nucleus. You can see here, this is the nucleus. And the cytoplasm is dense, means it contains lot of cytoplasm. Now students, one cell organelle, already you have gone through that in your previous classes. Vacuoles, they are also round bodies present inside the cell. They may be very small or they may be absent. Now students, see, meristematic tissue, it is further subdivided and it is of three types. First is apical meristem, second is intercalary meristem, and the third one is lateral meristem. Now students, see, what are the general characteristics of these. First one we are going to discuss, that is apical meristem. This apical meristem, it occurs at the tip of roots and stem. Tip, you know very well, starting point or end point. This apical meristem, it helps in growth of length of the plant. Students, you see that seedling is there, that small baby plant is there, then it grows, it becomes herbs, shrubs or trees. Means what? There is increase in the length of the plant, and this apical meristem is responsible for the increase in length of the plant. Now second one is intercalary meristem. Now see, this intercalary meristem, it occurs at the base of the leaves. It occurs at the base of leaves below nodes. Here you can see, if it is attached to the stem, nodes are there. And it also occurs in between the internodes. Means internode is the gap between two nodes. It is known as internodes. Now see, what is the role of this intercalary meristem? This intercalary meristem, it helps in growth of the leaves and also it helps in growth of the internodes. Now students, the third one, that is lateral meristem. This lateral meristem, it occurs on side of stem. Suppose this is a stem, on the side of stem, this one. And it is responsible for increase in the growth of girth, that is diameter, this one. So students, these are the three types of meristematic tissue: apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Now students, in our next topic we will discuss permanent tissue and its type. But before that, today your homework is define tissue and histology. Learn characteristics of meristematic tissue and its types.